Are you an African Anglican or an African Catholic? This history is for you. Listen, learn, and be liberated from religious dogmas and indoctrination. Now, how can you be an Anglican when the Anglican Church was created by a sexually polygamous king of England who was not called by any god but because of his desire to marry a second wife? Come closer, let me elucidate. In the year 1530, King Henry VIII of England had a discord with the Catholic Pope, where his desire to marry another wife was rejected by the Catholic Church, which was the only officially recognized church in Europe. His desire was as a result of the fact that his wife, in the person of Catherine of Aragon, could not give him a male heir. The king was provoked because the Pope refused to acknowledge his wish, and it was at this moment King Henry went back to England, sat with his council, and decided to establish his own Christian denomination, which is the Church of England, in the year 1534 through a royal proclamation. King Heru was excommunicated from the Catholic Church, and this was how the Anglican Church was born. As an African Anglican or Catholic, you must know that both the Anglican and the Catholic Church enslaved and benefited from the enslavement of innocent African people. The both churches ordered Africans to be forcefully brought to American plantations, where they were abused and exploited in the name of Jesus. They ordered African children to be used as sex slaves for sexual gratification. European Catholic and Anglican priests sexually molested black children because they believed that molesting black children is not a sin in the eyes of their white Jesus. Hundreds of African children were taken from their African parents and sent to England for sex trade in the mid-15th century. This was allowed by Queen Elizabeth I in 1562, who needed to satisfy the sexual desires of a priest in the Anglican Church of England. And you still call yourself a proud African Anglican, carrying a King James Bible that was written on the blood of innocent people. The King James Bible was completed in the year 1611, where it was translated from Latin to English under the supervision of the tyrannical English king in the person of King James I. This man, who wrote a second book titled Demonology, systematically massacred those he declared as heretics for challenging his name on the Bible. The King James Bible you carry as an African was built on the blood of innocent women and children who were burnt at the stake for speaking out against King James, who ordered his name to be on the Bible. Now, after the slave trade was accomplished and the Africans have been used in different parts of Europe, the next evil they introduced was colonialism. The scramble and partition of Africa by the Europeans was very necessary in order for the Europeans to facilitate the exploitation of African resources. The Europeans sat at Berlin, the capital of Germany, chaired by Otto von Bismarck from 1884 to 1885, just to decide the destiny of Africa. This was called the Berlin Conference. Today, Africa is no longer the same after that conference, supervised by Otto von Bismarck of Germany. The desire of the Europeans to exploit the innocent people of Africa dry resulted to the poverty, to the backwardness, and to the division of Africa today into English-speaking and French-speaking Africans.